as we are seeing a very positive news story for crypto.com, Kronos chain getting support from the CEO, which is exactly what I believe the Crow fam, which is what anybody that holds Kronos is an active on Twitter, calls himself the Crow fam. Very strong, even with some of the news that has been maybe troubling with the big token unburn. People are still hanging in there, and it's not for any crazy reason, right? Crypto.com is an extremely successful exchange, and now Chris is tweeting out on X about CRO, $CRO, and talking about Kronos chain. We're going to talk about some of these updates. Look at what the odds are of a boost up, as we are seeing some not so positive stories happening with conflict in the Middle East. How does this impact CRO, and what am I doing to trade this volatility? Well, right now, guys, I am currently in a little bit of a Bitcoin short with my stop loss set. And I'm going to continue to move this down throughout the day. Let's get into the news and how it impacts CRO, what you can look forward to with Kronos, but why we might need to look out for a level to the downside to find support with some of the news stories that are coming out today. Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip. Do me a favor, smash the like button if you like these updates. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and let's talk a little bit about it. If you want to trade the volatility, you could sign up for Blowfin using the link in the description down below, up to a $5,000 deposit bonus. I am setting my stop losses, protecting myself no matter which way the market moves. But as you can see today, the market is moving quite a bit downward. We've got coins that are down 20, 16%. It's a little bit of a tricky move. Let's even refresh this and see if these prices are still accurate. Yes. So seeing some big moves to the downside today. The fear and greed index is trickling into more of a fearful state, and for pretty good reason. Now, earlier in my video today, I talked about this Israel-Iran conflict that's happening. This is something that is troubling for the price action. And what we see when this volatility happens is a few things. One, Bitcoin come down, Bitcoin dominance shoot up. And as you see Bitcoin dominance shooting up and Bitcoin is falling in price, well, unfortunately for a coin like CRO, you are going to see it retest some of the other levels of support, which is why we had a big wick down to 8.7 cents. Just seeing CRO fall off a cliff on this news, because that is what happens when there is fear and uncertainty and conflict happening on the globe stage. Altcoins tend to take a dip. Bitcoin tends to take a dip, but Bitcoin falls less than altcoins. Bitcoin dominance shoots up, and in general, risk on assets kind of start to go hiccup, okay? So I'm trading this volatility, but there is very positive news for CRO today. Just look at this excellent tweet from the CEO of Crypto.com. Sub-second block time. I think there's a lot of folks that don't realize how awesome the Kronos chain is and the on-chain wallet, previously known as the Crypto.com DeFi wallet. It's super easy to use. You can now attach your Crypto.com Visa debit card to it to top up your card when you want to go spend on food, on groceries, on really whatever it is that you want to spend with your Crypto.com card, which is a super cool feature for Crypto.com where you get cash back on your on all your spending in the form of CRO, which is pretty cool. But I think a lot of people don't realize, still how excellent this blockchain could be. Now, one thing that's still lacking with it is mainstream adoption. But if they continue to get the word out like this and make people aware, sub-second block time, high TPS, transactions per second is what that means, very low fees, that is essential to any DApp growth on any ecosystem, but certainly a very good thing that's happening for Kronos. He is reposting out the official Kronos post where they're talking about Kronos EVM is entering sub-second era this July. They are getting 10x faster for transactions, continuing to innovate and improve the technology that they have put into their DeFi ecosystem. This is coming this summer. Next month, just another addition into some of the major stories that we've seen. And there's been so many, guys. There's a Kronos ETF coming. There is this improvement on the Kronos chain, which you're going to want Kronos chain to succeed if you're holding the Kronos token. That is what the utility is for the Kronos token, in addition to so many other things like the Visa card and so much other things like this. So many stories, stablecoins, this improvement to the Kronos chain. We've got the ETF news coming for Kronos. You've got the Crypto.com credit cards that just came out. You've got AI technology getting launched later this year as well, on top of partnerships with the president. So many bullish things. But despite how bullish these things are, there's a few things to remember, guys. if Bitcoin is experiencing moves to the downside, well, your altcoins are going to get hit as well. And in terms of Kronos chain right now, it's ranked number 17. Very excellent to see it in the top 20 of DeFi projects of all time right now. But I want to remind you guys that in terms of total value locked up, it is minuscule at $436 million in the chain versus the $61 billion in Ethereum or the $8 billion in Solana. Kronos has a long way to go. This news is certainly a sign that there is a chance for more mass adoption on the Kronos chain. It's super exciting to see Chris supporting his own chain and supporting the CRO token. This is something the community's been wanting, something we do need to see. A reminder as well, in terms of active users, the active users are very low on Kronos, but it's kind of the chicken and the egg, guys. You need good dApps to lure new users into an ecosystem. The technology is there to lure in the developers. We need the developers to create exciting, successful projects. And there are so many great projects on Kronos already, but we still need to see a lot more. And we really need to see the word get out about it for this chain to grow, for more users to come, because the amount of users on Kronos is like not even 5%. In fact, I think it's like 1% of the users that are on Solana. It's very low, but that does not mean that it cannot be successful one day. I said this time and time again. This is the first bull market where the Kronos chain has actually been in existence, and I believe that it ain't over till the fat lady sings. And what does that mean? When an altcoin season happens, and I do believe that we will have an altcoin season coming up. When the altcoin season happens, that is when Kronos will have a chance to have a big move to the upside in growth on the chain, and we see DeFi. Like if you look at the overview for DeFi right now, like DeFi volumes, and right now it's down. Like DeFi has not hit new all-time highs, so it's not that surprising to me that a coin like Kronos and the chain has not experienced growth and new all-time highs yet either. Why am I optimistic about a potential altcoin season still? Well, because we have a 80% chance that we're going to get a rate cut in September, and by October and December, possibly a few rate cuts from the Fed. Historically, what we've seen in these markets, that when we get the Fed to cut rates, that is a catalyst for investors to go after risk on assets, and that's exactly what Bitcoin and crypto are. However, on the news of this conflict in the Middle East, I have opened up this short position on Bitcoin throughout the day. I will be moving this stop loss down, and I'm just going to we're going to pull it down just a little bit more, just a little bit, just saved another $40 if this trade goes the wrong way. However, I do believe that this trade is going to go the right way, which means kind of the wrong way, right to the downside, which will put this trade more in the profit. This is a 20x short on Bitcoin. It's a short-term play. I trade the volatility in these markets. If you want to trade as well, find your own levels of support and resistance and actively trade this market like I've been doing for you guys day in, day out on this channel. You could sign up for Blowfin using the link in the description down below. We've got a sign up link where up to a $5,000 sign up bonus is available for you guys if you want to check it out. That is all I have for you in this one, guys. I'm looking at that 8-cent level of a hopeful level of support for Kronos. If Bitcoin breaks below 100K, we could be revisiting even some lower levels, unfortunately. I am not going to get a little too premature on that call for lower levels. Hopefully we'll hold at 8 cents. I feel that there is a chance that we're looking for a bounce maybe here. So that's why I got my stop loss set. But certainly I would think there's a good chance we have a bounce at 100K. Got to keep an eye on this news story. Want to get this video out for you as soon as possible to give you guys the update. That's all I have on this one, guys. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel, DCA HODL. 2 videos for you right here if you want to check them out. Please remember, nothing here's financial advice, guys, but we're going to keep the breaking news updates coming to you on all your favorite coins. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.